Have you ever had a moment like this? You're at a house party, a family gathering, or a holiday dinner. Everyone is just chatting around the table, and suddenly, someone turns to you and asks, "Are you seeing anyone? So, when are you finally getting married?" For most people, this is just small talk. A relative being nosy, a friend teasing, a casual question to fill the silence. But if you're still in the closet, those questions don't feel like small talk. They feel like a surprise test you didn't sign up for. You're still smiling on the outside, but inside, your brain is racing. How do I answer without giving myself away? If I say too much, will they suspect something? Can I find an excuse to leave the room? So you give a few safe answers. Not right now. Maybe later, I'm not in a rush. And you change the subject as fast as you can. On the surface, nothing happened. But what really drains you isn't that little lie. It's the fact that, once again, you quietly locked your real self back inside the closet. Being in the closet means deliberately hiding your sexual orientation or gender identity from the people around you. But it's not just keeping quiet, and it doesn't always look the same. Some people are out to their friends but haven't said a word to their family. Some are fully themselves online but pretend to be someone else in real life. And some haven't even allowed themselves to admit it yet. That's the cruelest part of the closet. It's not a door you can open whenever you want. It slowly bleeds into the smallest details of your life. How you talk, what you post, how you describe the people you love, until it becomes an entire lifestyle of hiding. Before you speak, you run the sentence through your head. Does this give too much away? Before you post a photo, you check it again and again. Could this expose me? When you talk about someone you love, you change he to she, or you use the safest possible word, a friend. Over time, the person you show the world isn't the real you anymore. It is a mask you wear, specifically designed to make other people comfortable. In psychology, there's a concept called minority stress. It means that when you belong to a group that faces prejudice, you don't just carry normal everyday stress. You carry an extra heavy layer. The fear of being rejected, discriminated against, or found out. That's why the closet isn't just keeping things private. For many people, hiding keeps the body and the nervous system in a constant state of high alert. You may not be in obvious danger, but your brain is quietly setting off small alarms all day long. You might just be at dinner with family. When they talk about work or the news, you're fine. But the moment the topic turns to you, you become tense, hypersensitive, and irritated. All you want is for the meal to be over. You might just be going to work, but you're really doing two jobs. One is your actual job, and the other is playing the role of someone no one would ever suspect. A major review of over 90,000 people found two clear things. First, around 83% of sexual minorities globally hide their identity from most people in their lives. Second, hiding who you are for a long time is deeply linked to depression, anxiety, and struggles with intimacy. So, if hiding has left you exhausted and wondering, am I just too sensitive? Am I weak? It's very likely that nothing is wrong with you. You're just spending a massive amount of mental energy every single day to look normal. You're not falling apart for no reason. You're trying to survive in an environment that isn't completely safe yet. On a deeper, psychological level, Carl Jung gave us a useful idea to understand this. He called it the persona, the social mask. We all wear masks. One version of us at work, another at home. That's normal. But for many LGBTQ+ people in the closet, the mask is worn purely for survival. To avoid being yelled at by family, to keep your job, to not be pushed away by friends. To do that, you have to fold up your truest self and hide it. But the part of you that you push down doesn't actually disappear. It just shows up in other ways. It can become a quiet, constant shame. It can become emotional numbness, where you just go through the motions of life. It can suddenly come out as anger or sadness over very little things. And sometimes it disguises itself as extreme perfectionism. If my grades are perfect, my parents won't suspect anything. If I'm rich and successful, maybe my difference will be forgiven. It looks like ambition, but underneath, it's a heartbreaking question. Am I actually allowed to exist in this world as my real self? This video isn't telling you to come out right now. For some people, the closet is a slow suffocation. But for others, the closet is a temporary shelter, a wall that blocks out violence, threats, and very real risks. Everyone has the right to choose their own pace. If coming out means losing your home, your family, or your physical safety, then staying in the closet isn't cowardice, it's rational self-protection. But if your world is relatively safe, Stepping out of the closet is a deeply precious kind of courage. So the real question has never been, why don't you just come out? The real question is, why does anyone have to hide who they are just to survive? And this question is for the straight, non-LGBTQ+ viewers watching too. You don't have to perfectly understand someone's identity, but you do get to decide if you are the kind of person who makes the world a little safer or a little more dangerous. You can start small. Don't use gay or trans people as the punchline of a joke. Don't corner someone and ask, "So, are you straight or not?" Don't out anyone before they're ready, because usually, whether someone dares to be real depends on how safe the people around them make them feel. If you're still in the closet right now, I want to tell you this. You are not fake. You are not a failure. You are doing your best with the tools you have to protect a self that is deeply real. But if this long-term hiding has left you depressed, numb, or feeling like you aren't worthy of love, please don't carry this alone. Reach out, even just a little. Talk to a trusted friend. Find an anonymous online group, or speak to an LGBTQ+ affirming therapist. Real support isn't ripping someone out of the closet and leaving them in the storm. It's standing with you, moving at your pace, and facing the world together. And if you are not LGBTQ+, maybe the greatest thing you can do is become that kind of safe person. The kind of person whose friends and family quietly feel, with you, I don't have to hide.